Good morning, Vertical Church. My name is Melissa Taylor, and I am the Family Ministry Director. Welcome to day 3 of our 14-day prayer devotional we're calling the Move Me Movement. Over these 14 days, we're looking back at the Old Testament to see how God moved the Israelites forward from their exodus out of slavery in Egypt to their 40 years in the wilderness and into their conquest of the Promised Land. Yesterday, we talked about moving from feet to faith. Today, we're going to talk about stepping into the unknown. After the death of Moses, the Lord commissions Joshua to take over and lead the conquest of the Israelites across the Jordan River and into the Promised Land. There wasn't much known about the land except that it was a land flowing with milk and honey, and it was inhabited by the Canaanites and various smaller tribes, including a race of giants called the Anakim, and that it was promised to the Israelites by God. Everything else was really unknown, including how exactly they were going to step into this land and conquer all of these tribes. Then God enters the picture. So let's check out the promise the Lord gives to Joshua in the Bible in Joshua chapter 1, verses 3 through 5. Every place that the sole of your foot will tread upon, I have given to you, just as I promised to Moses, from the wilderness and this Lebanon as far as the great river, the river Euphrates. All the land of the Hittites to the great sea, toward the going down of the sun, shall be your territory. No man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life. Just as I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will not leave you or forsake you. Israel was about to cross over the Jordan River to step into the unknown, and God promised them success, not because Joshua was a great leader or because Israel was a great nation, but because God is a great God, and He promised Joshua, I will be with you, I will not leave you or forsake you. Since God gave Joshua a mission to perform, God gave him a promise ensuring the success of that mission. However, God did not give Joshua an explanation as to how he was going to accomplish these things. The same is true in our lives. God will give us a step to take, but He won't always tell us how we are to take it. We must understand that as followers of Christ, we live on God's promises, not as explanations. When you trust God's promise and step out on faith, you can be sure that God will give you guidance and direction along the way when you need it. God promised Joshua that every step he took in faith would be blessed. For us at the Vertical Church, the next decade is going to depend on every single one of us stepping boldly into God's promises. God has placed an open door before His church that nobody can close, and we must walk through that door by faith and claim new territory for His kingdom. We are never called to be stagnant in our walk with Christ. For the believers of Jesus Christ and His church, there is always a next step to take. The moment you decide to stand still, you immediately start going backwards. As you pray today, pray that we, the Vertical Church, step out in faith and lay claim to the new territory God has waiting for us to further His kingdom. Ask God to help you and the Vertical Church take bold steps of faith and to trust Him as we step into the unknown. Ask God to reveal to you individually what your next step is. Is it serving, joining a small group, leading a small group? Ask God to show you.